Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode, or YouTube episode of the Lovinblacklove Show. We have a radio show on Blog Talk Radio Mondays and Fridays at 8 p.m. It's all about black love, uniting us and trying to build on black relationships. And at the request of some of our listeners, they said, hey, we want to see your faces. Why don't you put yourselves on YouTube or something like that? So every now and then we're going to do just that. And I am your host, Dion Chocolate Thunder, boom, Joseph. And this is my beautiful wife,
Tasha Joseph. Welcome, everybody.
and we're still trying to come up with a nickname for her, so if you guys want to help me out with that, I like the dark berry, because the juice is sweet. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, anyway, since this is the first show, we have to talk about first how we met, to kind of get you a glimpse into who we are and why we believe we may be able to help you guys with some relationship issues. So, first show is going to be titled Share Your Love, and we're going to share our love. Now, do you want to go first, babe, or what? What's going on?
I do want to go first.
All right.
Let me go first.
Because, there's always two versions of a love story.
Right,
so.
The right version and then his version.
But, yeah, go ahead. Ladies
we'll go
first.
with the right, and then you'll see exactly how much he goes off from it, and he's not really...
Now, that's that stuff I don't like. But go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's his new saying right now. So if you hear that so often, you know that that's his new kick he's on.
That's my thing.
So anyway, we met so long ago. We've been married 15 years. We've been together 18 years, almost 18 years. And we met years and years ago. We actually met twice. The first time was at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Hollywood. That's used to be the place. And the second place was Venice Beach. So we are in Los Angeles. Venice Beach is a big, big spot, hot spot to go to. And we actually met an exact year apart from the first initial meeting. And so, me and my girls, we went up to Venice Beach to catch men is what we were doing. And the guys stood to the left and the right, and the girls walked down the middle of the aisle. And, they're asking, hey, can I talk to you? Can I get your number? And so our eyes met. It really, really was like a movie, because as I was walking, it was about 50 feet away. And he's lifting weights, and he kind of looked up, and we met eyes. Our eyes met. And so I walked towards him, and I went to the gate and stood on the gate, and I just stared at him. And so, ladies, this goes to show that you can choose your mate. You can be the one to initiate. And so I walked up to him, and I just stared at him. And I gave him the look, like, you are mine, come to me. And I did tell my friends, that's me. Right there, that's me. So I stood there, and he walked up to me, and he spoke, and we exchanged numbers. And I told him, put your shirt on and go home, because this is the last number that you're going to get today. He looked familiar to me, and so I just kept telling him, you look so familiar. And I had not just placed him at Roscoe's. I just thought, did I see you somewhere? Did we go to the same school? I don't know. And so I walked away, and as I was leaving the beach, I saw his twin brother. And then I said, you know what, he's a twin. That's why he looks familiar. So I walked away, and he did go home. And he called me, and we decided to go on our first date. So our first date was at Maverick's Flat in LA off the Crenshaw, and they were a comedy show. So he drove 50 miles, because we lived 50 miles apart. He lived in the LBC, I lived in the San Fernando Valley, and he drove 50 miles to come pick me up. Got in the car, he popped the tape in the car, he sang to me, which had never been done. So I'm like, the first date you sing, okay. It did sound good, but it was just a little different.
Chapter 2 in the
right.
player handbook.
So anyway, we made it to Maverick's Flat, which was a comedy spot. So we get there, and he's huge and muscular, and his brother was huge and muscular, and they both are there. And I'm like, okay, your twin brother's here? Thought he set that up. So what do you never want to do at a comedy place? You never want to sit in the very front. But what does he do? He takes me right to the front. Sit down out the front, and the comedian, I cannot remember the name of the comedian, but he was a really popular...
Arnez J.
Arnez J.
I think it was him.
I think so. So we're
He's
there.
always talking about his handicapped brother. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so we're sitting in the front row, and the lights come on, and he goes directly to me. So automatically I'm like, oh no, he is going to dog right now. What is he going to dog on? And instead of dogging and making jokes, he starts talking about how beautiful he thinks I am. And he's just like, who are you here with? Are you with him? Are you with this one? Or And he just goes on and on. So the stage lighting actually shifted to me. And so now I have this spotlight on me, and he's talking about how beautiful I am. And literally every single time he came out, after he would introduce a comedian, he would then go back and come back again, and he would make some comment about how beautiful he thought I was. And so it was the best date that we could ever have. And I really believe that was God. Cut it out.
Oh,
that was God saying that, yes, this is a union that I approve of. And so from that point on, we have been stuck together like glue. He's quite ignorant. You'll find that to be true. We have 3 beautiful, beautiful boys. We have a set of twins that are 13. I cannot believe we have 13-year-olds. Soon to be 14. And we have a 7-year-old. And so that is my real version.
Can I tell the real version of
now here's
what
Mr. Johnson.
Tell you what happened, okay? This is how this happened right here. This is how 15 years ago, this big sexy brother named Chocolate Thunder was slobbing down this beautiful, beautiful, dark-skinned, beautiful soul of a woman. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you what really, really happened. Alright. Prior to meeting this lovely lady, I was a whore. Alright?
Wow.
It wasn't good. I was out there wilding out, doing stupid stuff. And we met in February of 1994 at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And I saw her in line. She had these beautiful eyes that just caught me right then and there. Like I'd never been caught like that when I saw a woman's eyes before. I was like, okay. Mac to her a little bit, got a little Mactivity on, put the game on her, and I got the number, right? Now, my twin brother and I were very popular at Roscoe's at the time. Like when we got there, they would let us cut in line to get in front because we seemed to draw a lot of ladies in. And it's true. You better co-sign because it's true. Because you got in quick a lot of times. So anyway, we got in first, and she was left in the line with the pagans. And so I was in there, and I figured, you know what? Let me go get some numbers for my boys over here because I have my boys with me. And so I was back to these 400s from Santa Barbara, and then she comes walking in and she sees me. And I thought you saw me because I went over there and I tried to make some kind of excuse.
I still didn't even care because I didn't see him.
Whatever. She was heartbroken. But anyway,
heartbroken. I didn't know you.
So anyway, I said, you know what? Bump that. I tore the number up and that was it. Now, I believe that God always shows me a glimpse of my future. With every major event of my life, He shows me a glimpse. He gives me a taste. And but I tore the number up. I threw it away. A year and 1 month later, in the month of March, prior to that, I had been celibate for 7 months. I chose God over my own desires and things. And I said, Lord, I done messed up so many women, so many women messed over me. I'm going to choose you on this one, and I'm going to abstain, and you're going to be my main focus. And it was a very lonely period because I discovered women are just like men. If it ain't popping off, your phone is not ringing. So 7 months, I went to Venice Beach. I was about to break. I couldn't take it anymore. I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I tried, but Thunder is back. I got to get my swerve on. So I went to Venice Beach, in a Sunday in March, and went in the pit. The beach turned black, because on Sunday afternoons, the beach turns black, and all the most beautiful black women come out, light skin, dark skin, all thick, skinny, I don't care, they're hot. And I did what's called going fishing. And how I did that, I would completely take my shirt off, be half naked in the pit, and I'd be lifting weights, and all the ladies would come to watch me work out. And I'm not exaggerating. And I got about 15 numbers that day. I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. Hey, girl, what's your name? Holla at your boy, holla at your boy, holla at your boy. Stuffing them in my pocket, right? So the catch was really good for the day. And as I'm working out, it's as if the Lord said, you know what? You've been faithful. You've become a whole person. You sought me out, and you know what? It's time. And while I'm lifting weights, curling, looking sexy and all swole, I look to my left and I see this beautiful black pair of eyes, beautiful dark skinned sister with beautiful white teeth, feathered black and sandy brown hair. It was all hers, and I could remember the smell. It was all.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. It was all hers. If it wasn't, would you have an issue?
No.
I felt like that was an issue.
I would not have an issue.
Go ahead.
Anyway, but
because we don't always do all hers, so go ahead.
I could still remember her smell, because your nose is your strongest sense of memory, and it was a vanilla-ish, chocolatey smell to her, and it was just. hit me right here. So I was nervous because she was staring at me. First I thought she was a stalker, because I've had a few of those. But then,
You don't have to stop.
but as she kept staring, it's like there was this force inside me that says, hey, that's her, idiot, go over there. And like I had never felt this before. I had never felt this before about any woman. And I walked over there, shirt off and all, and I said, hey, we started talking. I had to peek over the rail because I have the foot test. I'm not a foot freak, but a woman's feet tells a whole lot about her. If her feet are nice, everything else is right. Fellas, you know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, and she had the prettiest little toes. And, she was just perfect in every single way. So we started talking, and she was intelligent. She was confident. I sensed that she was a whole person. I was a whole person. I had to exercise all my demons, and she seemed like a whole person, a whole confident person. And by the time I was done talking to her, she was like, I noticed you got a whole lot of numbers there. Why don't you take my number, go back, put your shirt on, go home and call me. And I was like, who the hell is you talking to? I'm Chocolate Thunder. You don't tell me to put my shirt on and go home. I got these. I got work to do. When you leave, it's going to be about 15 more. So she walked away, and something came over me. And I watched her walk away, and I said, that's her. I put my shirt on like a little punk, took the number, and put it in the left pocket because I didn't want to mix it up with the other 15 numbers. And I went home, and I called her. And that phone call changed my life because she was so confident. She was so soft, It was just crazy, It's just like I was enamored by her. Then we went on our first date, Maverick's Flats. Great comedy club back in the 90s. And I think it was Arnez J. He was talking. He was the host for the evening. And if I needed any more confirmation that this was the one, I had never seen him do this before. All comedians get up there and say, oh, the ladies are so fine. But he lost his mind when he saw my wife, or my date back at the time. He even put the spotlight on her. So if there was any more confirmation that I needed that this was the one. And he just was like loving on her, and I was like, yeah, my taste. I was thinking about me, right? But in the end, it was just all the confirmation I needed that she was the one. Now, I had already waited 7 months. I abstained for 7 months. I mean, look at me. I'm a big old black man. I was about to pop. And this woman made me wait again. So I'm sitting there like, oh, are you serious? And it was crazy. She's right. I drove 45 to 50 miles every day to get to know this woman, but I wasn't drawn to her loins or her goodies, even though I am. It was her soul. I had to know that she was the one. And I drove gas money. Matter of fact, you owe me about $450.
I don't owe you anything.
With the gas.
After the kids are popped out, you owe me.
Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. Well,
right.
You're going to pay me back one way then.
Right.
But anyway, and she made me wait even more. So it forced me to fall in love with who she was. And when the magic did happen, man, it was like, wow, it was bam, and we've been married for 15 years. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. And, it's possible. Real love, real strong black love is possible.
It's possible.
And we want to share that with the rest of the world. We're not licensed therapists, so we're going to have upcoming webisodes or whatever, talking about different issues. We're going to give advice. We want to hear your advice. Maybe you can say something that's going to help us.
You can make comments.
Yep.
At the end of this, you can make comments. You can also go to
Right
our
down
website.
there. Right down there.
Right down there, you can make comments. You can go to our website, www.lovinblacklove.com, and there is a blog. There are events. There's just information that we're going to continuously upload. And again, our radio show is on blogtalkradio.com/lovinblacklove.
Mondays and Fridays at 8, and it's becoming very popular.
It is, and we get people from all over the world. So we hope that you'll listen in, and you can call in as well and share your thoughts, share your opinions with us, and we hope that you decide to really support this show.
Well,
this show is not, I'm sorry, Dave,
right.
We're not discriminating against anyone. We feel like we need to take care of home first. So this is why we're calling it the Love and Black Love Show.
There's so many black families that are falling apart. And so once again, like Moa says, we're not a racist show or we're trying to keep people out. No, but we're just trying to help a sector of the romantic community that seems to be struggling. We've forgotten how to relate to each other. The only place that we seem to be able to relate to each other is in the bedroom. Beyond that, there's a complete power struggle. You know,
Breakdown.
a breakdown of families, you know, and we want to talk about those things. We want to talk about all these things.
And we want to have fun too. So it's not going to be just a serious show. You can see that my husband has zero sense whatsoever. But you will hear a lot from us. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. There's plenty to come. So don't forget to check us out. This is the Love and Black Love YouTube show. We don't even have an official name besides Love and Black Love.
Love and Black Love.
And we have a website, and that's it. So until next time, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you like it.
I gotta get this slower. Hold on. Now, look, on the radio show I say this, okay, and get used to hearing this on the webisode too. Look, I don't care what's going on in your life, okay? Go out there, find somebody black, put your arms around them, shake their hands, do whatever you gotta do, and tell them how much you love them. And then we need you to go share that love with the rest of the world. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Take care.